this is a question that I get a lot around it. Very many related questions that sums it up to one question. Who owns your tattoo? People ask me, for example, what do you think about when I get a tattoo, I'm not very happy with the result, and then I ask another artist to fix it up and make it better. It's a design that the first tattoo artist maybe made for you, but you're not happy, so you don't quite trust that artist anymore, so you go to another tattoo artist, and what happens? Well, first of all, I know quite a lot of those tattoo artists that feel like they kind of own your body part. As soon as they tattoo your arm somewhere, they feel like they own this arm. So if you want to make more tattoos on this arm, you better come back to them because they want to build on this and make it into a sleeve or whatever. I'm not that territorial, if you can call it that. I think this way of looking at it is kind of an old school biker's view. Okay, and I was kind of raised in biker's tattoo shop, so I was under the biker's roof, and many positive aspects about that, but also what I learned was that I don't agree with this specific opinion. If I tattoo a client on the arm and this client decides to make a change with another artist, I would never mind that. I mean, of course, maybe it will make a little setback in my kind of self-esteem a little bit. I have a lot of clients coming into our shop because they got something done and they're like, I thought this artist was good, and then because I saw the portfolio and I trusted him and it doesn't look like the way I wanted it to. So please, can you help me to fix this? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna try. And, you know, explain what you want. And so I think as a client, you own the tattoo, you own your body, and you decide whatever you want to do. You need to trust the artist that is tattooing you, and you can be as picky as you want. What I'm saying is that it's okay to be picky. It's gonna stay on your body for the rest of your life, and you're gonna pay a lot of money for it, so of course you have to be picky. But there is a balance of a healthy way of being picky, and then just a crazy picky when you're changing your mind in that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about it in another video. I can't fit all of this into one. But yeah, when it comes to who owns your tattoo, I would just say you as a client, you own your body, and you pay a tattoo artist to make a design for you, or to just tattoo something you brought, or, you know, make a portrait of someone. So you need to trust that artist to make it the best way that they can. And if they should screw up, well, you need to go to another artist. They don't own this tattoo. They kind of own the design until you actually paid for the tattoo. You own it. It's yours. It's your arm. It's your body. You decide. And do the research. Go to someone else that maybe does that style even better. And I keep saying that if that means you have to travel somewhere to get to a better artist, I'm not saying you have to travel like around the world, but if you have to get in a car and drive for several hours, it's gonna be worth it, because this is a tattoo that you're gonna keep it for the rest of your life, and it's your decision, no one else's, not mom and dad, not your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend. You decide what you want on your body and who is gonna do it. And then you have, in another way of talking about who owns the tattoo, you have the rights for a picture. It's like when you do YouTube videos, or you blog, or you know, Instagram or whatever, you need to either borrow pictures or art and credit the ones and ask for permission, and maybe you can use it and you have to credit them, or you need to actually buy reference pictures, photos, especially if you use it in commercials or you use it in your little hairdresser shop and you have to use this model picture. You have to pay for that picture because the model who's on that picture needs to be paid and photographer needs to be paid. So you have a reference picture, like a photo of Madonna, and I'm doing a portrait of her. I'm tattooing an interpretation of her. You know, I'm trying to copy the reference picture. I'm not putting this picture on this body. I'm tattooing my version of this picture. So it's still my unique art, but it's still copying. So that's a balance that is like, what is right here? Should I actually ask Madonna for permission to use her photo in a tattoo? I mean, I've never heard of anyone to actually go through that process and get every photo kind of approved before they tattooed it. So when it comes to tattooing celebrities or Winnie the Pooh, Donald Duck, whatever, because like Disney, they have these the copyright thing, so you can't use original drawings or pictures from the videos, the films. You can't use that in anything. But then again, a tattoo is an interpretation of this image. So somewhere along the way from the actual image to the tattoo, it loses the originality and it becomes something else. Or does it? These are difficult subjects to talk about because we're copying a picture, but it's not a direct copy since we're actually drawing it with a machine and needle into skin. So what can they do? Are they going to come in and like, no, this is copyrighted, you have to remove this tattoo? Or no, you have to pay a fee to Disney for tattooing a copy of Winnie the Pooh? I have no idea, because this has never been an issue for me. It never, ever been an issue. So I have no idea in how this actually works, if there are any rules of this. If you know of those rules, maybe there's different rules for every country. I don't think we have any rules like that. I mean, in tattooing. Only in photography, printing t-shirts, you know, everything that you're actually copying an image. But if you have any knowledge about this, please comment, because I would like to know more about those kinds of rules out there. Have you experienced anything like this, that you have tattooed something and you got a lawsuit out of it, or a fee or a fine or whatever? Tell me about it. That would be kind of awesome to hear what you have experienced. Many times you have to kind of swap or change the artist, and that is not always easy. But you just have to look around. You have to really do your research and check out their portfolios. You need to know where to go, and then you need to ask them, you know, is this something you're comfortable with? Can you fix this? Can you cover it up? Or can you, I like this, but I want more of the same. Can you just build up a sleeve from this that someone else started? And some artists will be like, oh, any artist would rather have an empty canvas than can you fix this, you know? But some artists, like me, do see those as more like difficult tasks. I love a challenge, so the more difficult a tattoo is to fix or change, the better. I mean, I think that's so much fun. And some artists are more like, no, sorry, I don't want to disrespect the artist that did this, or I don't think I can do the same style, or I don't think that I can do it as good. And they should be honest. I mean, I'm honest as well. If I don't feel like this is my style, or I can do it as good or better, then I don't want to touch it, because I can make it worse, and I don't want to do that. And then I would actually find another artist for this client and say, like, you know what, it sounds cool, but I'm not the artist to do that. I would recommend going to this artist or that artist, because that's so much more of their genre and what they like doing. And that's what you want. You want an artist that likes your project, that thinks that this sounds cool. That's especially what this has become now. We are more and more specialized artists that do our style. It wasn't like this 15 years ago. Every tattoo artist or tattooer, they did everything. I needed to do Japanese. I needed to do, you know, those dragons and koi fish, and I needed to do realistic, and I needed to do black and gray and do color, and I needed to know new school and old school, traditional. I needed to learn all of those styles and just do whatever the client wanted. But then I developed, and I got so many clients that I was able to choose and say no, because I was so fully booked that I could say to clients like, you know what, I'm fully booked. I usually do this style now, so I would recommend you to go to him or her instead, because they're better at this subject than I am. And the client is happy. I mean, oh, you can recommend someone else who's better than you? Thanks, you know? And they're usually very happy. And I'm happy because I can do what I like doing better. That's what it has become these days. Yeah, who owns your tattoo? I think it says it all. Of course you do. You own your own tattoo. And yes, the tattoo artist owns a picture of your tattoo or a copy of the sketch they did, and they can use that, of course. Often we have this form that you fill in the shop when you get tattooed, and you have to sign and approve the fact that I can take pictures of the tattoo and I can use it promoting myself. And you have to kind of like, yes, I approve of this, you know, because if you don't, if you say that, well, I don't want you to take pictures of the tattoo and show it to anyone, okay, then we won't. I think most artists would agree. If you tell the artist, please don't show the tattoo to anyone, I don't think they will. The original design is often thrown away, or the artist keeps it or frames it or puts it up on the wall. I do my digital designs, so I have them all archived in a computer. If you want to come back one day and fix something, I have it all registered in an archive. I can find a picture and do that little retouch thing or whatever. If you like this video, you know what to do. There's a little thumbs up button down there. You can just click that one. That would be super awesome. You can subscribe to my channel. You can check out my website and /blog. I have Instagram accounts, one for tattoo gallery and one for the other stuff in my life. Okay, I will see you next time, next week, with a new video. I promise. Bye-bye.